Hey everyone, so to all of the viewers of the Seth and Clyde Highlights channel, I just want to say a huge thank you to the owner of this channel because he's an absolute goat and he's been supporting us for many months now. I'm actually in direct contact with this guy and I'm going to be sending more highlights from my streams to him so that he can upload them to this channel because it's mostly been Seth so far, which is not a problem, but I've just been very lazy when it comes to giving him clips to upload. But I'm going to get onto that so we can have more frequent uploads from both Seth and I at the same time. And if you guys could do me just a really small favor before we get into this video, could you please follow my Twitch, which is linked below. It's simply twitch.tv/Clyde. I'm trying to get partnered on Twitch, so once I get partnered, there's going to be way more streams, and again, you can catch me live over there. So it's linked below in the description, and it's probably going to be pinned at the top comment. So I hope you enjoyed this little funny stream highlight. It's, you know, it's obviously meant to be more dramatic than it actually is, but I think it was a pretty funny story, so enjoy. Alrighty. I was playing League with Seth and Cubic, and we finished one game, and then I'm like, alright, I ordered pizza, and I had to go down to the lobby to go and get it. And pretty much what happens is I'm like, alright, the game ends, we win. I go down to the lobby, and the elevator, like, when you go to the floor, like the bottom floor, and you face the elevators, the one to the right is always a little bit suspect, like making noise and stuff, or the inside is like covered in wood and so on because it was used to transport stuff up and down the building. It's basically one of those elevators where they've transformed it so that when people put furniture into it, it doesn't damage the inside, but it hasn't changed since I moved here. And basically, like, when I've gotten into it before, it's like just made weird noises and so on, and like whenever I call the elevators, it's always the first one to appear regardless. Like, it's the priority elevator for some weird reason. So anyway, I got into the other one to go to the bottom floor, but when I was coming back up, I got into the bad one because there was this there were these two Asian people that were at the lobby. Initially they weren't speaking English, and then they were, because they called out to me. They're like, hey, do you want to get into this elevator? And I was like, kinda, like, I was trying to look away and act like I didn't want to get in that one, because I didn't feel too okay about it. Like, my spidey senses were tingling, and they were like, yeah, don't get in the elevator. So I get into it, right? We get to the 5th floor, and they get out on their floor. Everything's all cool, you know, doors open, they get out. And, I'm stuck in the elevator. And I'm like, wait, the buttons aren't working, my key is, like, swiping, but it's not buzzing. And I can't press the number, because you gotta swipe the key, then you press the button, and it lets you up for security reasons. And it's not moving. Like, the doors are stuck, the buttons aren't working, and I just had a bad feeling, like the elevator was gonna be weird. It was also really hot today too, so I didn't want to get stuck in the elevator because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be stuck here with my food. In general too, like, you don't want to be in there because claustrophobia. You're gonna be paranoid. Like, what if the elevator falls down or something happens and you're stuck in there for hours, or, like, you know, you hear stories of people getting stuck in elevators for, like, you know, multiple days. And so on, which wouldn't have happened, but it's the fear in the moment because you're stuck in an elevator, and I've never experienced that before. And so this is what I do. I'm like, I put the pizza on the ground, and it's still in its box, so it's not getting dirty or anything. And I start, like, opening up the doors myself with my hands because I know I'm still on the 5th floor. I haven't moved. Like, the elevator hasn't moved up or down. I was trying to open up the doors manually with the button so I could just jump out and then go up the staircase or go down, or call the other elevator in case the basically I was sort of worried that once I would jump out of the elevator, if I was to call the elevator, that one would just keep opening up, or it would say, yeah, the elevator's already here, but, you know, like, the program would be confused, and it would think that, like, alright, the elevator's already on this level, you don't need the other one to come. So anyway, as I was saying, I put down the pizza, and I put my hands in between the doors, and I have to actually pull it open myself, and this is why, like, I was so worried about it. I was like, yeah, I've seen this on way too many Live League videos, way too many 4chan rec threads, like, way too much of that, where, like, someone legit will open up the elevator doors, or they'll around near the doors, and then the thing will go up or down, and they'll get cut in half. And, yeah, I got out, which was good, so I opened it up manually. Like, it was pretty hard too, but I probably had, like, adrenaline, because I was actually, like, pretty freaking out at the moment. I was like, I gotta get out ASAP. So it doesn't open up all the way, put the pizza down, again, and then, basically I open it up so I can kick the pizza onto the floor, like, it slides, the box slides with the garlic bread and all that. It's still all in, you know, it's still all in its container, so again, it's not getting dirty, but I, like, open it up, kick that onto the floor, then I just dive out of the elevator, and then it, like, closes afterwards, but it's, like, it was just so scary getting trapped in the actual elevator itself, especially having, like, that weird sort of, like, oh, I don't know about this elevator. Like, a couple of days ago, I already was, like, a bit worried about it because of the noises and it was making. Anyway, so when I'm on the 5th floor, that's not the floor that I actually live on. I go to get into the other elevator because I call it and it does come up, luckily. This dude's in there and he's from the UK, got that accent I heard straight away because I get in and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I'm like, yo, bro, I had to just like manually open the elevator doors, bro. I got stuck in the elevator and he's like, nah, man, you me? Like, you mean this one, yeah? And I'm like, no, not this one. It's all good, bro. I'm at the other elevator. You're all good. Don't stress. And he's like, oh man, I was freaking out, yeah. Like, and it was funny. Like the look on his face, he started freaking the out thinking it was the same elevator that we were in, and I was like, nah, it's all good, dude, it was the other one. But it's funny because, like, you know, as I said, I break my way out of the other elevator like Saitama knocking the doors down when he was on Boris's ship, and then I get into the other one. But yeah, it was funny. Like, you should have seen the look on his face because I was like, bro, I just got stuck in that elevator. And then he's like, man, are you for real? Like, this one? And I was like, no, not this one, it's all good. What an accurate accent. Yeah. So that was my exciting part of the day. I legit thought I was going to be stuck in there for ages. I was like, do I press the call button on the elevator? Like, you can't get reception in elevators too because the things are made of, like, I don't know, like, what would it be? I mean, obviously it's going to be steel, but, like, it's like, I don't know, like, because it blocks the signal out. Like, would it be a certain type? Like, it's probably a mixture of, like, heat, like, you know, iron bolts and then steel casing, etc. What an accurate accent. You're gonna get Charlie as the repairman too. Yeah, that's scary though. So this elevator, big problem, you want rid. I'll have to let the people know because, like, other people obviously were aware. It was weird. When I got into the elevator initially, like the good one to get to the bottom floor, yeah, there was 2 guys in there and they were telling me how they got stuck on, like, their floor for a while. Like, it didn't move and I was like, damn, like, that's scary as hell. Why am I imagining James' voice when you make that British accent? I don't know myself if I was stuck. Yeah, so, like, getting stuck is one thing, because... Or, I've got a fear of heights, so that, like, that sucks already, but... It's like, you know that you're not in motion, so you know whatever's below you is just a massive drop. And I'm either waiting for the elevator to... You know, I'm either stuck in this for hours, like I said before. Obviously not, like, a couple days, because it's such a populated building that someone would know something's up, but it's kind of like... I'm either stuck in there for a few hours, which is just not enjoyable, and then, like, the weather was really damn hot, then you start to think, you're like, I know, this is what I thought straight away, like, you know, instant paranoia. I'm like, wait, am I gonna have enough oxygen in this thing? Like, you know, so, yeah, like, obviously you would, but what floor do you live on? I'm not gonna say that, bro. Is it not one of those apartments where there is an elevator option and a staircase option? Bro, I was stuck in the elevator. Like, there was no choice if there was a staircase. I'm already in the elevator, bro. I'm stuck. That's the point. Is that the King Marino? What's Papa Marino? I see Skirt, Russell, Marino, Noctis, and Jaro. So, yeah. I'll probably turn that into a clip if it was funny, because, like, that is true. That's what happened. And anyway, I secured the pizza. I got back up, and then I played League for, like, pretty much, like, 12 straight hours until now. So... Not bad, you know. I have to travel through life or death experiences to acquire my daily sustenance, which is pretty funny. Any hints on uploads this month? I mean, you'll see it when it happens. I'm not going to promise any uploads because I upload so inconsistently, so it's like, I could say, like, yeah, I'm going to work on the power scale, but it'll be the boob instead or whatever. I think is saying, why didn't you use the stairs in case if you were having a bad feel? Alright, so I'll tell you why, because, well, I explained it just before. So, when I left my apartment, I got into the good elevator, okay? So that's fine, right? I had a conversation with 2 dudes in there. They said they got stuck on the 15th floor in the other elevator. We get to the bottom floor. This couple holds open the elevator for me. So I'm like, oh, I don't really want to get in it, but they're getting in it, so it should be okay. So in the moment, right, I get in there. And then we get to their floor, everything's fine, elevator goes up, we get to their floor, they get out, everything's good, and the second the door closes, right? The second the doors close on the elevator, I'm stuck. My key isn't working, the elevator's not moving, I can't even open the doors, like with the button to get out, like so I can just jump out on that floor. So that's why I had to manually open it myself, because I'm instantly, again, stressed. I'm like, am I stuck in here? It's really damn hot. Is the elevator just going to randomly drop because it's not working properly? Which, you know, obviously I don't want to go through that. So I had to open up the doors with my hands to get out. I had no choice. Like, I already jumped in. It was like, I was like, I sort of just got in out of like being polite. I was like, oh, well, I mean, they're getting in the elevator, whatever, I'll just jump in. It's not a big deal. It's obviously working, and that's what happened. So, you know, I couldn't precog that while I'm halfway in the elevator because it worked up until we got to their floor. Pixel not proof, boss. No, I didn't take any pictures, bro. I just wanted to get out. Like, the fact that I was able to open up the doors and jump out, like, I was myself. I live in one of the highest floors of my apartment building, so I have to use the elevator. Elevators do be scary. Last year, I was stuck with my 6-year-old nephew, and we had to wait for help while I was distracting him so he doesn't freak out. Your latent powers awakening.
Give it up, Roger! Get that door open!